to barricade herself inside for the night, along with the other tenants of the building, whether they wanted it or not. She performed this ceremony daily, adding more bags to the pile as she located more sand. Today's rain did not stop her, neither would a hurricane. But although the sandbags slapping outside unnerved her, Marie had other tasks to attend to right now. She arrived at her father's bedroom and bent down to inspect the door. The lock sat within the doorknob itself, a modern contraption. No other doorknob in the house contained a lock, so her father had likely installed this one himself. She removed a second pin from her hair. According to Olaf, the aspiring criminal, lock-picking required two. A piece of hair, set free by the pin's removal, fell into her face, covering her left eye and fuzzing her vision. She blew it away, then tucked it behind her ear. She inserted the pins, one into the base of the lock, then the second directly above it, and commenced with Olaf's instruction to jiggle them. She jiggled and jiggled again. She jiggled so much it made her elbow hurt. Nothing happened. The doorknob felt looser as she did it, but the lock itself did not budge. What to do? She glanced at the clock at the end of the hall. The hands read almost 6 o'clock. Her father would arrive home soon. She would have to abandon her mission. She cursed herself and cursed the hairpins, which had promised her the world. She cursed Olaf for his defective advice, and she cursed Mrs. Novak too, who kept stacking her sandbag wall outside. She'd try again another time, when she had more than minutes to complete her task. She withdrew her hand to remove the pins from the lock. One pin fell into her hand. The other, however, didn't release itself from the door. Marie pulled again, but the lock had ensnared the metal in its jaws. She planted her feet, gripped the pin, and wrenched it with all her strength. She flew backwards onto the floor with the effort, and the pin came free. Unfortunately, so did the doorknob. The entire structure, with the hairpin still wedged in the lock, now lay in Marie's hand. A jagged hole yawned in the door where the knob had once stood. She glanced at the hallway clock. The hands read 2 minutes past 6. She expected her father home at 6:14, and his nature did not accommodate lateness. Marie considered the possibility that her father wouldn't notice what she'd done. He worked as a surgeon at the city hospital, and his pastimes included studying minuscule organisms under a microscope. The chances of him noticing a 10-centimetre hole in his bedroom door neared 100%. She was perched to position the knob back in its place when the door creaked open, and she caught a glimpse of the interior of her father's quarters. A shard of afternoon light shone into the room through a window on the far side. She'd imagined her father's chamber many times. Sometimes the floorboards creaked as she lay in bed at night, and she'd imagine what he did in there. Did he write secret letters to her mother, begging her to return? She checked her watch. Before she could talk herself out of it, Marie darted inside. She'd snatch a quick glance, then repair the door. Marie gazed upon the room. Spotless wooden boards covered the floor. A perfume of carbolic soap rose from the linens, and a pound of starch seemed to imprison the sheets. A pillow rested uneasily at the bed's head. From its texture, it seemed her father had stuffed it with stones. No dust besmirched the windowsills. No dirt befouled the floorboards. A hospital room dressed by a vindictive matron best described the space. She felt disappointed, but also relieved. She'd secretly wondered if she might discover a den of iniquity in her father's bedchamber, that he actually concealed an altar for devil worship in there, or hoarded files from his missions as a double agent for Stalin. Instead, she found that her father behaved in his private spaces as he did in the public ones, as a man of few pleasures, who darned Marie's school blouses and baked her bread as conventional behind closed doors as he appeared to the world.